everyone, my name is Yasmin and this is my channel Yasmin's Made with Love. If you are new here, welcome. If you are my returning viewer, thank you for coming back. It's been 2 weeks since I sat down last time to record a video, and I just cannot believe that we're coming to the end of June. Today is the Monday the 20th. I cannot believe it's only 10 more days and the June is over. It's been a very busy 2 weeks for me. I'm coming to the end of academic year, so there is a lot of work to be done, lots of revision sessions, assignments to complete. I have also signed up for quite a few of the online courses, which are like a short online courses, which I do in my own time. So yeah, they take up quite a lot of my free time as well. But don't worry, I still had plenty of time to stitch. I have got quite lots to show you as well. So I think I'm not going to be keeping you any longer. It's not much really when it comes to life updates. Are still the same. I'm still going to school, still doing schoolwork. Still doing the same. So pretty much life has been the same. It's just on a fastest pace, because as I mentioned, we're coming to the end of academic year, so I really want to make sure that everything has been completed before the 1st of July, so then I can just enjoy my holidays. I have booked my holidays already, so we will be traveling from the mid-July until the end of August, which is wonderful. The first part of summer break we will be spending with the family in Poland, and then the second half of holidays we will be spending with family in Morocco. So it will be a summer full of traveling and family time and a good time. So I really look forward to it. But before we get into the leisure and relaxation, I still have got some work to do. But let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about stitching. Oh, actually, before we get into stitching, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who left comment and amazing feedback about my spray dyeing tutorial. You were really enthusiastic about that. You were really happy with the effect you can achieve when mottling and playing with the fabric. There were quite few people who asked when they can purchase this particular brand. So since I have purchased this sprays quite long time ago, because there was a project I did, I believe 2 or 3 years ago with my year 2 children in primary school. We had an art project where we dyed fabric. So this is when I purchased this particular brand. I've also looked on internet a little bit. I've done a little research and I couldn't find this particular brand widely available in the UK. However, there is quite few similar brands or brands who provide a similar product, although I haven't tested them yet, so I cannot tell you if they are any good or if the results when spray dyeing will be the same or similar. Once I do a little bit more research around that, I will let you know. But for now, everyone else who lives in the US, Canada, this product is widely available. There were also quite a few requests on the video tutorial of dyeing fabrics using a natural ingredients like the vegetable peels and turmeric, coffee and tea and all this good stuff. So I am planning to record one like this as well. I am kind of gathering ingredients for now. So definitely tutorial like that will come your way very, very soon. But for now, thank you to everyone who left a really, really lovely comment. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Right, so now let's go into the stitchy stuff, because I have been stitching a lot. My needle was on fire. I had made, since I booked the holidays, and I know 100% we will be away, we will be going away this summer, I made a list of projects which I would like to finish before the 19th of July, because this is the day when we're traveling. So I am going down my list, ticking them off as I finish them. I was able to ticked off, crossed out quite few of the projects of my list, which makes me really happy. So the first one I have finished was Owl Forest Embroidery Lashi, the wood spirit. Oh, he is absolutely phenomenal. I love this color variations. I've used the fabric and the thread from the kit, and I absolutely love it. Those foxes are so sweet. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm showing this little bit tilt because the glare. I was going to take the, this kind of plastic off, but then I have forgot. So please forgive me. But Lashi is absolutely phenomenal, and this is his spot on the wall. So, okay, second finish. Now we're jumping onto Barbara Anna finishes. I'm gonna keep the best for the last. So I have finished, fully finished Strawberry Dreams, which was the freebie with Barbara Anna, released not so long ago. I finished this as a pillow, and I embellished it with a little bit with Pantini strawberry pins. And I absolutely love her. Very simple. And I have used on similar colors for this project, and I have stitched this on 32 count coffee stain fabric Flea. So that's my finish. Right, next one, it is again Barbara Anna. This time it is Woodland Dreams, and I have stitched her on one of my fabric, which I dyed using the fabric sprays, and I absolutely love the result. I love the mottling. It's very subtle and very delicate, and the spots, which are from the fabric, because I dyed 32 count Murano Splash. It was mint with the white spots. So as you can tell, the spots are still quite visible here and there, and they're really adding the charm to this pillow. And I embellished it a little bit with pins from another button company, and I absolutely love her. I have left off, there were like two hanging bits on the side of her, which, to be completely honest with you, I completely forget about them. When I finished the face, the mushroom and all of the bits, the t-shirt, I was like, oh yeah, I'm done with her. So I trimmed the fabric and I finished it as a pillow, and then I've realized then there were like hanging bits as well. But I think it's still gorgeous. I think it's still absolutely gorgeous. I love this finish, and I finished it using my favorite fabric designer. This is Endover fabric for Alison Glass. I also love Tula Pink for the Free Spirits, from the Free Spirits, and Anna Maria Hornet. Oh, I love those fabrics. They are absolutely phenomenal, bright, colorful, florally. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So those were my 4 fully finished projects. Now I have got a project which were stitched quite some time ago, and they were finished in a very different way. But since I've mentioned on my last video, then I will be redoing my Barbara Anna wall. I have taken them off the wall, and I've only kept a project framed in a hoop. Those projects which are I only left in the hoops the animals in the dresses. So all of the projects animal in the dresses, they are finished in a hoop, as I've originally planned for, and they are been put back on the wall. All the other projects, like the Dreaming Girls, the small, you know, like the autumn and Halloweeny projects, I have finished as a pillow. So the first one, which used to was frame, was the Dreaming of Klimt. I have finished as a pillow, and I've added Pantini flower pins to embellish her hair a little bit more, and I absolutely love it. And then the oldest project as well, which I stitched up and finished as a hoop last year, but this time I've changed it. It is a Witchy Dreams. The reason I have finished those projects into a pillow is because now I would like my tea tray contain only Dreaming Girls finishes, so it will be store all of my drums and all of the pillows, because I just like to have them all together display on this tray. So all the future Barbara and Dreaming Girls will go onto this tray. I still have got quite few the Sailing Dreams, which I will be turning into a drum, and there are obviously the Dreaming Girls, which I'm still stitching. And then what else have I done? I also have got some partly finished projects, which I ran out of stuffing. So once my stuffing is in here, because I have at this moment I have only got the lizard crushed walnut thingy, but I like to mix it with stuffing as well. So I still have got a Woodland Keeper to stuff, the Jubilee Platinum Jubilee project, which I stitched up as well, finished as a pillow, and I embellished it with a pins. Doesn't want to focus. So this is for the 70th anniversary, 60th anniversary, and 50th anniversary. Yeah, I'm not going to be adding anything more to it. I love it. And then I have got 2 more Barbara Anna finishes, which were used to finish as a hoop. However, you see, I need to trim the fabric and, you know, like notch the edges as well. And this one I will embellish with some pom-pom trims and all that good stuff. But once it's fully finished, I will show you that again. So this was my fully finished project, partially finished project. So now it's time for whips. So the first whip I've worked on this week was the Garden of Dreams, and I put only like a few stitches next to on the face area, because I was really excited and I really wanted to start lots of other projects. So yeah, so that's pretty much the same as it was last time, but I've touched it. Okay, what am I going to put this now? Okay, put it in here. So this was my first whip. The second whip I've worked on was Flea Market Flowers by Holts, and I am almost finished with this project. Probably if I haven't started so many of the projects I'm about to show you, I would be definitely done with it. But yeah, so I have worked on this side now. It's not much left. I really like it. So look forward to have it on the wall. I'm using my own colors, which are similar to the original, and I am mixing different color brands, different Flosstube, not Flosstube, different flosses, different brands, DMC, Anka, some off-brand, and some Polish embroidery as well. Okay, Another whip I've worked on is Merida by DoNa Stitch, and this is my daughter's birthday gift. So I have worked on this on Saturday evening. So I have finished the half of the maybe I include a picture over here where I was last time. So because on Saturday I have stitched quite a lot. So I have finished the top, I have finished this part here, and I moved down. Oh, she's phenomenal. Love, love, love. I am still aiming to finish this project by the end of the month, because in July I would love to work on autumn projects. You may know that lots of stitchers do Christmas in July, winter in July. I, on the other hand, will be doing autumn in July, because I'm planning to take quite a lot of autumnal projects with me on my holidays, on my travels. So coming September, October, I will have my collection of, you know, autumn pieces ready to go on a display. Because obviously, like, I have been planning to do summer, but you know, when we already were in summer, so that's kind of, you know, by the time when I would finish those pieces, the summer will be over. So like, I kind of feel like I need to stitch in advance. But I'm not so big on winter, but I'm definitely big on autumn. So that's why I am working my way to eliminate this big project, so I can work on something smaller. So I think this was the latest. This is the last one. Sorry, I'm just trying to read the message. I get a message from the kids' school, but it's not about my children. It's like a general message. So yeah, so this was the last whip I've worked on. Now I have started multiple projects, a lot and lots of projects. So the first one, obviously, because the reason I've started them was obviously I want to have them finished, but also since I have done the dyeing tutorial, I had all of this beautiful, colorful and bright fabrics which are just perfect for Barbara Anna finishes. You know, in my opinion, Barbara Anna, it is amazing with putting colors together, and like everything what she designs and the colors she chooses, they just work together perfectly. It is a perfection for me. So I was trying to find fabrics from, you know, from my dyeing process which enhance the colors, but you know, will go together very well. So I have started, and this is embarrassing start, I have starting the Sea Dandelion, and I am using my own colors which are similar, and I have used this fabric which I dyed myself using. This is the tutorial, this is the one I have used a lid as a stencil to kind of get a little bit effect, so you can see some parts are lighter than the other. So this is my embarrassing start. So I have got face and the key or mirror she holds in her hand, but this is very tiny because this is only 50 by 100, but the 100 is like, you know, it's just a tail of the stem of the flower. So this should go very quickly, but it is a start. Okay, now second start is again Barbara Anna. It is actually funny because I have been receiving loads of comments of people saying, oh, you know, I have never heard of Barbara Anna before, you know, I discover your channel, or before I start watching your videos. And I think someone has said then before, you know, seeing my projects finished, people thought Barbara Anna designs were weird, and you know, lots of people said, and I have converted them to be a Barbara Anna obsessed as well, and it makes me so happy because I personally think she is incredible and she deserves recognition. She should be stitched by, you know, wide variety of stitches, and yeah, and I absolutely adore her designs. So this is another start, Miss Mandrake, and I have used again my own dyed fabric from the spray dye tutorial, and this start, it is a little bit less embarrassing than the other one, but then I have got, oh, what have I done in here? Sorry, it's a giant hook mark, but I am stitching this on this kind of yellowy green fabric using old code for DMCs, with one exceptions. There is a yellow over here which originally was something else. I am using a little bit brighter yellow since the fabric is quite yellowish, so in order to make the color stand out, I've changed the yellow. But apart that, oh, I just absolutely love it. So this is quite small project because the majority of the project is the hair. So this is my new start. Okay, another new start, and this is the part 2 from, this is the companion piece for the Franken's cat, and now I have lost the chart. Oh no, I have not lost the chart, it just fell on the floor. So let me show you, because I have started the purple transport. I've started this one, and I'm using old code for fancy flosses, which is this amazing Dahlia and Lily Pad, and then Phantom, and there is a DMC black as well, and I am using leftover from the from the Lashy, the wood spirit, leftover kind of off white to do the moon. And you know, I think I'm halfway the moon, and I still have got quite a lot. So what I have done so far, I have done the outline. I have done the outline of the tail and the back of the horse, and I've started on the cat. This is quite small project, so I think I would be able to finish it quickly as well. And I have dyed my own fabric for it. I dyed, you know, just try to kind of, my one maybe is a little bit darker, but on this on the chart it says then the fabric is olive, Riviera olive linen by Witchy, but this one does not look like olive to me, it looks more like yellow. So that's what I have done. I have dunked my white fabric flare 32 count speckles into a solution of instant coffee and turmeric for about 15 minutes, and then once it was dried, here and there I sprayed with my yellow spray, so you can tell then some of the darker patches. So yeah, so this was another start, and it will go over here. Okay, and my last start, oh no, not one before last, it is the new stitch along, the winged dreams. The part 2 is being released, and I have made a big boo-boo because I'm using old cord for DMC and I'm stitching this on 32 count 32 count pearl grey by Zweigart. If I made mistake, I'll put across the screen. It is really lovely fabric, and I'm using all cord for DMCs, and I have finished one wing. However, after I finished the whole wing, I've realized then, let me show you. I've realized then I've started my wing 3 stitches too high. So this should be somewhere here. So this flower should start underneath this little square. So what I have decided to stop for now and wait until Barbara Anna releases the final part on 1st of July and finish the middle part, and then I will do symmetrically the same wing. I will start exactly the same, because there is no way I am going to be picking those stitches out. It's not happening. So I will just fudge the races of the sun on the other side, because that's too much stitching, and like I'm not like, you know, photocopy stitching. Like if I made mistake, I just usually I leave it, but I just really want to make sure then my center part is aligned correctly with the wing, so then I can do exactly the same mistake on the other side. But those colors, oh my god, it is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And I'm thinking that this might be a drum finish. And then the final start, I've started this last night, quite late at last night. My husband was off from work, my oldest boys were off from work, so we were sitting and debating about the holiday plans. How are we going to go about it? Are we going to be, you know, which places are we going to be travel? You know, is it better to book the place in advance, or, you know, like all the holidays plans. So it's, you know, we stay up for quite long, so I wasn't stitching much yesterday, but then in the evening I was like, oh, like I need to stitch before I go to sleep, because I feel like, you know, like my hands were itching. So I've started the Barbara Anna little red fish. I'll include the picture because I'm stitching from iPad, and it is a very embarrassing start because I have got only one fish, and I am stitching this on 32 count natural Belfast linen with old cord for DMCs. And the only reason this start is so embarrassing is because it was about midnight, midnight, and my husband, he scooped me up to go to sleep. He said like, yeah, you've got whole day tomorrow to working on it. So that's why I only managed to do one fish. But I'm really glad I've started, because now I have got projects to work on until the end of the month. I'm really hoping then I will be able to finish them all, because they are quite small. I've kind of changed my routines now. I don't stitch in the evening, because the evenings is the time when I study, because my husband goes to work, so I don't get to be distracted, and my children are sleeping as well, so I can focus on my study. So a majority of my stitching is happening in the daytime. And there is always someone on each of my video, if it's not 1 or 2 or 3 people, ask, how do you stitch so much? Like, you know, you run, you study, you have children, you like, how come do you manage to do all of these things? And I just want to say, you know, like, there's nothing special about me. I am fairly organized a person. I always plan ahead. but my typical day looks pretty much the same every day, because obviously now I don't go to work because my main work is study. So I wake up about 7:30 in the morning, and I wake up my kids to get them ready for school. So I drop them to school for 9 o'clock, and then straight from the school gate I go for my run, which depends of the distance, takes between half an hour to 1 hour, depends how far I want to go. So I go home about 10 o'clock, so then I shower, I have something to eat, and I do the things around the house. So like I vacuum, I put washing in, I fold some washing, I iron something if I need to, I dust. But by 11 o'clock I'm all done with the housework, because I clean every day, so I don't really accumulate lots of mess or like lots of dirt or dust in my house, because I do that every day. And then from 11 to 12 I plan for lunch, or like a cook. If it's usually it's like a big meal, so I can have for like dinner or for the tea when my kids come back from work. And by 12 o'clock I'm pretty much done with all my housework, with cooking, shopping, running, all of these things. And then I stitch from 12 to 2:30, and then I go to pick up my kids. And when we come back, I take them to the park, or sometimes they have got after school activities, so I have got extra hour for stitching. And yeah, and then just faff around in the house, doing some other housework, or if my kids, they have got homework, I stitch. If I watch TV, I stitch. If my husband is around, and we do something together. But I stitch in like when is any occasion, like when I have got any spare minute, and because I kind of know what I want to stitch, then like I plan for the next day. But I think important part for me, then I share a responsibility in the house amongst all the adults. So like I don't do all the housework myself. Like when my husband is off from work, he cooks. If I would ask him, because I am very busy or I'm very tired, if I would ask him, if he's at home, if he could vacuum or if he could do something, he would never say no. My older boys, they have got chores as well. They have got responsibilities. They help out with the cleanings on Saturday. Like they're responsible for keeping their own room tidy. My small kids, they have got responsibilities, to keep their own rooms tidy. And so like the work is divided between everyone in the house, because I don't believe then only because I'm stay-home mom now, have to do all the work, because it's not true. Because if I go to work, I still need to do everything. So, need to show your kids the responsibility. It's not only women who does housework, it's men's responsibilities as well. And that's how I raise my boys. So when they get married one day, they don't expect their wife is going to be work for them. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I plan ahead, and yeah, and I don't know, it just happens, like, or maybe I'm just blessed this way. Anyway, that was so random. But yeah, but hopefully, it just kind of clarified to you a little bit. It's nothing special about me. I'm a normal person. Everyone has got 24 hours. It's just the way how you organize your 24 hours. Right, new starts. Plans for new starts. I would love to start 2 new projects this week. And they are both from Owl Forest Embroidery. One is from the fairy tale series, which is Baba Yaga. I absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. And then the second one is the Snail House Pumpkin, and this is from the series of houses, or snail houses. So this will be those will be my 2 new starts this week, because I really would like to power through my owl forest embroidery kits, because you see there's a plenty of empty frames over here. And just to finish it off, I have got haul, which is very tiny. I purchased 3 charts on Etsy from the Ukrainian designer. She was incredible. I've discovered this designer quite some times ago, I think a few weeks ago or a few months ago. Mary from Diamond and Stitches, she posted little Instagram story showing this particular designer who wanted to do stitch along with her, and there was a map of Czech Republic. So I was like, ooh, maps with the country, that's something I like. So I went to the website and I found Poland, United Kingdom, and I was really like, oh, you know, we're going into like, she had plenty of those countries, and they were like Egypt and Tunisia. I was like, oh, definitely I'm gonna find Morocco. But I couldn't find Morocco because she didn't chart Morocco. So I contacted her and I said, would you be able to chart Morocco? And within 24 hours she did. So she designed this for me. She sent me the link. Now it's available to everyone. So I have got those 3 charts. I will include a picture of them. I already purchased the fabric, and the fabric I purchased for this project, which will go with me on holiday. So I will be stitching Poland whilst being in Poland, and I will be stitching Morocco whilst being in Morocco. So I have purchased a 32 count coffee ole fabric flare, and I have purchased quite a big chunk of these fabrics because I would like to have all of those 3 charts on it. And the charts on the 32 count will end up being 8 by 8, excuse me, being 8 by 8. So it's a really nice size which I can display on the wall on my patriotic spot very easily. So I look forward to it, and that's pretty much all my haul. I have also purchased quite a lot of pins and buttons from Paula Pantini. I think not so long ago, a few days ago, she announced on the Instagram, then her Etsy store is fully stocked with the new pins. So I just couldn't stop myself, so I purchased quite a lot of set. I love her pins. I use her pins for embellishing her designs, but also for embellishing lots of my Barbara Anna designs. So yeah, so once they arrive I will show you, and this is pretty much everything. So thank you everyone for watching this week again. I hope you've liked my projects. I hoped you had a really good 40 minutes. I will see you again at the end of the month, which is about 10 days from now. Hopefully I will have some of those projects finished, and yeah, so have a wonderful 2 weeks of stitching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.